Happy holidays. Welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and I'm reviewing things that are Christmassy. New Christmas movies for you in around the consideration period because the streamers are releasing them. I've already done 2 Netflix movies and a Disney movie, and now it's time for Oh What Fun It Is to Ride in a One-Horse Open Sleigh. No, it's just Oh What Fun. Um, this movie is actually uh, starring Michelle Pfeiffer, Dennis Leary, Academy Award nominee Felicity Jones, Chloe Grace Moretz, Dominic Sessa. Remember him from The Holdovers? He's here. Um, Jason Schwartzman, Academy Award nominee Danielle Brooks is in this. Joan Chen, who should have gotten an Academy Award nomination for Dee Dee. Uh, Devery Jacobs, Maud Apatow. Um, I might be forgetting somebody, but that's pretty much the. Eva Longoria is in this as well, and yeah, I know, and it's a pretty stacked cast. It's also got an interesting director whose name I can't remember right now, but possibly later on while I'm doing this, I will, because he has directed other things like I believe Wet Hot American Summer and that film with Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galickson. Was it The Idea of You? Is that the name of it? Um, yep. And name's not coming to me. So I wish I had an idea in my brain and I don't. So this film takes the approach of putting things onto the focus of a mother. From Michelle Pfeiffer's perspective, it kind of starts off and she's like, mothers get a raw deal at Christmas time and they do everything and go. So she becomes the lead of the film, and she talks about all of these other films and how they're all like guy leads. And I'm like, I don't know. Some of her checks were kind of like, I don't know, man. Home Alone is kind of about Catherine O'Hara trying to get back to her the whole time. John Hurd doesn't really do shit. He got left with the rest of the family. So when she says like Home Alone is about a guy, I'm like, it is because he's a child, Kevin. But it cuts a lot to Catherine O'Hara, like as being the mother who's fighting to get home. So maybe that one doesn't work as much. But yes, a lot of the other films are, planes, trains, and automobiles. She name checks that. So I get it. Home Alone was the only one I was like, really? The woman's. Anyway. So, so she's preparing for, she's in one of these like impossibly, I have no idea what they do for a living, but they're in one of these like impossibly big, it does have audio description on Amazon, impossibly large houses, you know. I have a thought on audio description. I'm gonna walk back for a second. I'm sorry, these reviews are crazy. Subscribe. So I have one thought for anybody who's here for the audio description thoughts. Um, and I've heard this, I've had this conversation before while advising on audio description. It was about like the regionality of voices and how we say things, certain things. I have a thought now on that. And it's matching the way that characters in the movie say it, if it's said. Now, if they don't say it, it doesn't matter. But here, they say pecan, and then the narrator says pecan. So I would have matched it. And yeah, that's a regionality thing. And there, I'm not going to say one way is right or one way is wrong. I don't want to have that debate in here. But if the film had said pecan and the narrator had said pecan, I would have the same exact conversation with you. I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I match it. So moving back into the movie. So she has her family over for Christmas. She has her older daughter, Felicity Jones, has kids, and Jason Schwartzman. Um, what's her name? Damn, started with a C. It's not Cheyenne. Something. Nope. I don't remember it. Moving on. She's married to Dennis Leary. Her oldest kid is Felicity Jones. She has. I'm actually unclear as to who's older, but I'm going to go with Chloe Grace Moretz is now actually older, which now makes me feel really old. That Chloe Grace Moretz's character is the older one because Dominic Sessa has played a high school student sooner. So, than Chloe has. So, Chloe plays the gay daughter who brings home with her she there's this gag where she always has like a new girlfriend that she brings home with her every Christmas. um and then you have Dominic Sessa, who breaks up with his girlfriend right before Christmas, so he's depressed and thinks he's a loser and all that kind of stuff. And he's really sensitive because he like works at a camp, and that's the only thing he does. And he doesn't work apparently the other 9 months of the year. I'm like, how do you survive? Like, seriously, what do you do? It doesn't actually even say he does gig work. It just, he never counters it. He's never like, why? I like my job as an Uber driver. By the way, they don't brand things in this. Um, they, which I thought was interesting. I think they do in the movie. I think they say that I took an Uber, but then like the audio description says rideshare, which I think is interesting. Again, it's like if the movie's using it, use the same thing the movie's using. It's so intriguing. I'm the choices. I guess using brand names may seem a little rough, but because you're not really sure what it is they're taking, but I think they actually vocalize that they take an Uber. Anyway, so Grandma Pfeiffer has bought tickets to this, I don't know, random Christmas dance show that I guess is popular. It's attached to some super popular show that the kids like that doesn't exist. Um, and they're going to go to that. And otherwise, she's prepared everything and she's done everything and put together the meals and decorated the house. She has sort of this um, rivalry with her neighbor across the lawn, played by Joan Chen. They have this weird dynamic that's never really explained or defined. It's just like two women who are trying to like one up each other or something. They never have like a moment where they go back and they're like, why do we hate each other? I don't know. Do we hate each other? I don't know. But we are very weird around each other all the time. Um, and so there's that. She's the matriarch of a family that has like her own a cappella choir are her children. Like it's ridiculous. Um, they're way too good of singers. So she gave birth to pentatonics. I don't know, but um, so what's gonna happen is they're gonna go to this thing, this dance thing, and Michelle Pfeiffer already feels like underappreciated, and then they leave her. They forget because she's like trying to get this gift to Joan Chen, and everybody drives off without her, so they leave her home alone. I'm surprised she didn't take planes, trains, and automobiles in this movie. There's no train. There is a plane and there's an automobile, but there are no trains. And that was a missed opportunity to just keep referencing these other holiday movies because you have like Christmas Lights, but she doesn't electrocute herself the same way like Christmas Vacation, even though she mentioned Christmas Vacation. She could have just kind of repeated a lot of the Christmas movies that she mentioned at the beginning. She doesn't, but she does get left home alone. And her reaction to that is to abandon her family because one of the things she asked for was her favorite thing in the world is this like Oprah show, this version Zazie or something like that is Eva Longoria's character's name. And she has this prize for the Christmas mom, and she really wanted her kids to submit her, so she was sending them all the information, like, oh my god, look at this contest, oh my god, have you seen this contest, look at, wow, isn't this amazing, and did everything of just short saying, can you submit me for this? She's like, no, they have to want to submit me. Of course they never do, so that adds to that. So she didn't win the contest. um so she gets frustrated and she just leaves her family. She abandons them, and then they're like, I don't know where mom went, and they're panicking, and she's off on her own adventure. And I don't want to spoil it from there. That's enough. So the family's lost her mom. She's off on her own adventure. Where is she gonna go? I don't know. Um, I do know because I've seen the movie, but you don't know. And so the family has to kind of work through their issues. Every single one of them has some like weird subplot thing that they're going through. Um, so I it's not the best movie I've ever seen. I thought it was entertaining, but it's entertaining because when you cast this many people in it, it's really hard to make it not entertaining. You have to kind of try, and the director is competent. I can't give his name, but he's competent. Um, so, uh, I but it also swings for the fences a couple times and you go, I don't know that that makes any sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. Um, and again, this is one of those films where people are auspiciously rich, but you don't really know why. Like, what is it that, what did you do? Um, so yeah, I would say I don't know that this film is necessarily going to ring true with everyone for Christmas. I noticed that when I clicked on an IMDb, it is the number 2 film, but it also has like 2.8 out of 5 stars, which is not great for IMDb viewers because usually they're willing to rate it a little bit higher. For Amazon users, it's kind of a low rating from users. Uh, but I mean, compared to some of the other things that I've seen, it's a movie I'll remember, which is a good thing. It has a kind of a different twist to it. Sometimes these Christmas movies get really like repetitive and sort of like copy paste repeat, and this one feels like it has some sort of differential to it. The couple of extra characters you meet along the way, like she meets Danielle Brooks out on the road. She's way underutilized here. I mean, it's almost like she shot this movie before she was ever in the Color Purple movie, and they didn't know she was about to blow up, because I can't imagine that you cast her in this after the Color Purple. She's in like one scene. So, and it's not even that funny. like, or memorable. She doesn't like impart great knowledge or anything like that. She's just kind of in a role that anybody could have been in. The kind of role that she would have gotten before the Color Purple. So it's possible this film's been sitting on the shelf for a couple of years. I don't know. Although Dominic Sessa's kind of a newer talent, and they definitely would have cast him after The Holdovers. So I don't know. I don't know when they made this. Thoughts that I have. Anyway, yeah, I'm in a tough place on this one because I acknowledge that there are some silly stuff here, but I've also seen, as I put into the tomato meter some of my reviews for some of the films I didn't like, I see that critics have been overwhelmingly kind to some movies where I was like, huh, really? Are we just thumbs upping all the Christmas movies now? So if they get to do that for some of those other ones that I've already given rotten scores to, then I'm going to do it for Oh What Fun, because I thought it was fun. It's not a very deep movie. It's not a Christmas classic. But as far as a one-time watch, you could do much worse. And I have already done much worse this Christmas season. So, Oh What Fun is going to get a 6.3 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 6.3 out of 10. It's not so marginal that it's like right on the line. It's a little bit above that. I thought Michelle Pfeiffer was entertaining, and I miss her. I wish she'd do more movies. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.